Have you ever felt your heart race at the thought of walking into a crowded room? Do you find yourself making excuses to avoid social gatherings? You're not alone. Social anxiety is a common experience, and it often leads us to build walls of avoidance around ourselves. But what if I told you that true freedom lies on the other side of that fear? What if I told you that you have the power to break down those walls and step into a life filled with authentic connection and joy? The first step is understanding the invisible barriers we create. Welcome to LeaducademyAI, where we fuel your growth and unlock your potential. Today, we're diving into concepts inspired by social anxiety by Angel Greene. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications to access transformative insights and explore our exclusive free Leaducademy Essentials Vault, packed with PDF summaries of our videos to enhance your learning. Let's dive into today's topic. Avoidance and safety behaviors are the bricks and mortar of the walls we build around ourselves. These walls, though seemingly protective, often isolate us from the world and limit our experiences. They are constructed piece by piece, each brick representing a moment of avoidance or a safety behavior we adopt to shield ourselves from perceived threats. Avoidance is exactly what it sounds like, steering clear of situations that trigger our anxiety. It's the act of turning away from opportunities that might make us uncomfortable, even if they could lead to growth or joy. This might mean walking away from social gatherings, missing out on important events, or simply not engaging with others. This might look like declining party invitations, choosing to stay home instead of mingling with friends or colleagues. It's the decision to say no to experiences that could be enriching, just because they come with a dose of anxiety. Choosing to eat lunch alone, away from the chatter and laughter of a group, is another common form of avoidance. It's a way to escape the potential discomfort of social interaction, but it also means missing out on the camaraderie and connection that shared meals can bring, or avoiding eye contact during conversations, which can make interactions feel less personal and more distant. Eye contact is a powerful tool for building trust and understanding, and avoiding it can create barriers between us and others. Safety behaviors, on the other hand, are subtle actions we take to minimize perceived threats in social situations. These are the small, often unnoticed habits we develop to feel safer and more in control. They might seem helpful in the moment, but they can reinforce our fears over time. We might rehearse what we're going to say, going over conversations in our heads repeatedly to ensure we don't make mistakes. This can make us feel more prepared, but it also increases our anxiety about speaking naturally, or rely heavily on our phones as a distraction, using them as a shield to avoid engaging with the people around us. This can prevent us from forming genuine connections and fully participating in the moment. These behaviors offer a temporary illusion of control, but they ultimately keep us trapped in a cycle of fear. By relying on avoidance and safety behaviors, we limit our ability to grow and adapt, reinforcing the very anxieties we're trying to escape. Breaking free from these patterns requires courage and a willingness to face discomfort, but it's the only way to truly dismantle the walls we've built around ourselves. While avoidance and safety behaviors might provide temporary relief, they actually reinforce our anxiety in the long run. Think of it like this. Every time we avoid a social situation, we're essentially telling our brains that our fears are justified. We're confirming that these situations are indeed dangerous and that we're not capable of handling them. This creates a vicious cycle where our anxiety grows stronger with each act of avoidance. We become more and more afraid of the things we avoid, and our world shrinks as a result. But there's hope. By understanding how this cycle works, we can start to break free. The faces of avoidance relatable scenarios. Imagine this. You're invited to a party where you don't know many people. The invitation sits in your hand, and you feel a mix of excitement and dread. Your heart starts to race, your palms sweat, and you can almost hear the thumping of your heartbeat in your ears. Your mind floods with anxious thoughts, each one more overwhelming than the last. What if I say the wrong thing? What if I make a fool of myself in front of everyone? What if nobody talks to me? The fear of being alone in a crowd grips you tightly. Avoidance whispers a tempting solution. Just stay home. It tells you that it's okay to miss out, that it's safer to be in your own space. You'll be safe and comfortable there. No awkward conversations, no judgmental glances, just the familiar comfort of your own home. Or perhaps you're at a networking event, surrounded by professionals who seem so confident and self-assured. You desperately want to approach someone you admire, to make a connection that could be valuable for your career. But fear takes hold, and you find yourself clinging to the safety of your phone, pretending to be busy to avoid the risk of rejection. You scroll endlessly, each swipe a way to delay the inevitable, to avoid stepping out of your comfort zone. These are just a few examples of how avoidance and safety behaviors can manifest in our lives. They are the silent barriers that keep us from experiencing life fully, from making meaningful connections, and from growing as individuals. Recognizing these patterns is the first step towards overcoming them and embracing the opportunities that lie beyond our fears. Breaking free, a step-by-step guide to identifying and minimizing avoidance. The first step to overcoming avoidance is to increase our awareness of these behaviors. Start by keeping a journal and noting down every time you avoid a social situation or engage in a safety behavior. Ask yourself, what triggered this reaction? What fear am I trying to avoid? Once you've identified your patterns, you can begin to challenge them. Try setting small, achievable goals for yourself. For example, instead of avoiding eye contact completely, aim to make brief eye contact with one person during a conversation. Remember, progress, not perfection, is the goal. Facing your fears. Actionable strategies for confident social interaction. One of the most effective ways to overcome social anxiety is to gradually expose ourselves to the situations we fear. This process, known as graded exposure, is a powerful tool in building confidence and reducing anxiety over time. Graded exposure involves creating a hierarchy of anxiety-provoking situations, starting with the least anxiety-provoking and gradually working our way up to the most challenging. By breaking down our fears into smaller, more manageable steps, we can systematically desensitize ourselves to the anxiety they cause. For example, if you're afraid of public speaking, you might start by practicing your presentation in front of a mirror. This allows you to become comfortable with your material and your delivery without the added pressure of an audience. Once you feel more confident, you can move on to presenting to a trusted friend. This step introduces a small, supportive audience, helping you to adjust to the presence of others while still feeling safe and supported. As you continue to build your confidence, you can gradually increase the size of your audience. Presenting to a small group of acquaintances can help you get used to speaking in front of people you may not know as well, further reducing your anxiety. The key is to take small, manageable steps outside of your comfort zone, celebrating each victory along the way. Each step forward, no matter how small, is a significant achievement. By acknowledging and celebrating these successes, you reinforce your progress and build the confidence needed to tackle even greater challenges in the future. Remember, overcoming social anxiety is a journey, not a destination. It's important to be patient with yourself and recognize that progress takes time. By consistently applying these strategies and gradually facing your fears, you can develop the confidence needed to navigate social interactions with ease and assurance. Thank you for joining us on this journey toward greatness. Remember to check out our free Leaducademy Essentials Vault in the video description, filled with PDF summaries to enrich your exploration. If you found value today, please like, subscribe, and explore the video description for more resources. Special thanks to Angel Greene for the powerful ideas from social anxiety. Next video, practicing positive self-talk.